White women, white liberal women. What a chore they are. They're generally very stupid. They're not smart. They're easily manipulated to join in to these protests and groups and whatever it is where they can just shit talk white people and crow about the amazing blacks. Black women. White liberal women think black women are these goddesses. They're just the most intelligent, beautiful, patient people. I have to laugh just saying it. They think they're amazing beings. And the only thing holding them back from the greatness that they are so due is, of course, privileged racist whitey. If it wasn't for privileged racist whitey, black women especially would just be running everything, and everything would be running like clockwork perfectly. So this guy, Brandon Straka, he does these on the street things, and he goes to these protests and kind of subtly asks these women about their point of views and why they trust black women. She's got that sign up. And asks these people questions that their complete lack of ability to answer these questions speaks volumes. And sometimes they're onto him and realize like, oh, you're one of those, you're against us. And sometimes they just think that they're being interviewed by an ally, and their answers, even though they can't answer it, are still good. They're still good answers that really show their passion for what they're protesting. Here are one woman, they're wearing their vagina pussy hats, whatever it is. And this woman's take is trust black women. And this guy, Brandon, just wants to ask her, what does that even mean? What do you mean trust black women? And watch this conversation as this woman has no idea what she's talking about. And she contradicts herself, and her friend chimes in also and completely contradicts the trusting of black women. It's astounding. This guy did a great job.
What does this sign mean to you?
You know, black women are probably the least respected in America. Their voices aren't heard. Their issues aren't paid attention to. Many white women look beyond their own personal interests, and they leave black women out of the conversation. And I think America needs to change about that.
What are we not trusting them to do right now?
How to care for our country, how to care for each other, how to stand up and fight for things that aren't right.
Millions of black women voted for Trump. Should we trust them?
Good question.
Ooh, I'll take your hand in mine through the
I don't think that's true. Millions of black women voted for Trump?
True.
Way too many. Way too many. It is.
Should we trust them?
I don't know.
Maybe not trust black women then.
That's not true. I do trust black women.
Who'd vote for Kamala Harris?
I think.
He
wants to know if I trust the black women who voted for Trump.
I think they voted against their own interests, so it's really hard to put the idea of trust
Okay.
together with someone who is continuing to vote against themselves, right?
So it sounds like they don't have very good judgment.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I'm not sure that it's not having good judgment. I don't think they necessarily connect the dots, and I do.
They're stupid.
No, they're not stupid, but I think it's.
No, I'm just asking but it is hard to trust people who are stupid and have bad judgment, right? And black women who vote for Trump are stupid and have bad judgment.
Oh, we did not say that.
I
Nope.
think they don't connect. They don't connect the dots, and so they're looking at only certain things and thinking that's important, and not connecting the dots.
It sounds like those black women need to be educated by white women like you.
Yeah, not.
True. Not.
They just need a good white woman to come in and tell them what's up.
You're putting words in our mouths again, and you're trading it.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to do that.
This idea that white people are going to be the white saviors. pisses me off.
But if white women like you don't educate them, how are they ever going to learn to vote the way that they're supposed to vote?
You know, as a white woman, I'm happy to help educate and talk to people, but it's not my job to go convince somebody else.
I hope you're able to get through to some of those untrustworthy, stupid black women. Good luck.
Brilliant. Just brilliant. They're saying trust black women. Black women need us to trust them and let them lead. And then even what he asked, like, what aren't black women trusted with? Well, caring for themselves and doing, it's like, what? You're not making sense. And then he completely calls them out on, these are two liberal white women who feel they need to be there to fill in black women on what they need to do. So they're not trustworthy. They can't connect the dots. They need liberal white women to tell them how to vote because they've obviously voted wrong if they voted for Trump. Just great. And boy, you can find thousands of videos just like this of liberal white women and also liberal men, if there's even a thing, liberal faggots, that just when simply questioned about the sign they're holding, just have no clue how to talk about what they seemingly are so full of and passionate about. They fucking crumble immediately because they don't really have a stance. They have this virtue signaling that they think they need to do to make themselves look like they're caring and an ally and willing to sacrifice things and step up. They don't know what they're talking about. The simplest question about their agenda, they fall to pieces. That one woman is like, and she had to go to her friend. He's asking what this means. She had to go to her friend and say, I have no way to answer this. I'm way too stupid. Can you help me out here? And I mean, anytime you get someone on the right, a conservative Republican, that is passionate enough to take time out of their usually busy schedule to stand somewhere with a sign, to protest something, to make their voice heard, and someone comes up and asks them something, boy, you will hear a very articulate, educated, knowledgeable person on whatever the topic is that they want to put forth. You're very, very hard pressed to find someone on the other side, a conservative, tripped up by a question that a liberal is asking them. Very hard pressed. There's a few out there, I've seen it, but I've never seen a video where a liberal doesn't get completely flustered when asked about what they're protesting. They don't seem to know. They just aren't out there for an actual cause. They're out there to virtue signal and to say, look how awesome I am. Have I told you about my 3 trans children? Let me tell you about that. They're retarded.